Hi, welcome back to the second episode of Let's Plan Christmas here on Planner Beat. In the first episode, what we did is we created a snapshot of our Christmas. We went over some traditions, an overview of what we have been doing, or at least what I've been doing for the past, every Christmas is what I typically do. So that is our traditions. And then I went in and created a visual timeline of what I typically do for what I have been doing for Christmas. And I discussed how my goal for this year is to do as much as I can in quarter 3, have everything planned out and what can be done now, so that all I have to do in quarter 4 is follow the plan. So that is what we did in the first episode. And then we also went and you watched me create some brain dump. I did have another sheet when I was, of course, off the camera, and I did another one, and I put a 2 here because I let myself know there's 2 pages here. So this is kind of when I went through. This is a brain dump, and what we're going to do today is you're going to watch me categorize and process these notes so they're nice, neat categories, and that's what I'm going to pull from to place on my schedule, or actually my planning sheets for Christmas. I'm using these inserts from Squared Plans. This is just the rest of the year here from July to December. And after you see me process my notes and categorize them, I'm going to see what my ideal planning, what I want to do in these months to get towards finishing everything, or most of what I can before quarter 4 hits. That these are just planning sheets. These are not your actual schedule, because we're not in, at least at the time of the projection of this video, June 2024, we're not in these months yet, and there's other things in our lives that might come up that we might not be able to follow the plan. But at least let's get it out, let's map it out, and that way we can try to be as ready and done as possible, as soon as possible. So first I'm going to categorize all my notes, and you're going to watch me do that quickly. I'm going to set these papers off to the side because I am filming on a phone and there's not much room in the frame. So I'm going to be using some just dot grid, what I pulled off from the side. I'm going to create columns for each of what I have divided my Christmas into, following my timeline, my little timeline, and what I basically do for Christmas, and as well as my brain dump. So I'm going to be dividing these into columns, and then gonna go what I know now, tasks I know now. I'm gonna write them down in each column. I may or may not fast forward this through the video, so we'll see how it goes. So the first one I already know. I'm gonna do like a miscellaneous. I'm gonna say Christmas, miscellaneous, and any kind of admin. And in that, I know for like the very first thing is I need a budget. I need to develop a budget. So hopefully you can see that. I need to develop a budget for Christmas, and that will be related to everything Christmas, everything that I'm gonna be showing you today. And then as I go through, as I go through and take some stuff off this list, I star it. So I've already had some stuff on this other list, and I started just like, I was kind of making farther notes on these ones. So we're going to do that right now. Hopefully it's not too boring for you guys. Okay, so Christmas budget, and then so buy Christmas tree bag. And then I want to make, we're doing that. You're watching me do this. Planner, and we're doing this today. Hooray. And then I'm going to say this is what we're going to be doing later on in this series. All right, and then the next category, I'm going to say Christmas Day / decor / gifts And I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna need a budget for the gifts and the decor. Gifts and decor, and then I need to create an Amazon list for me, my wish list. I like to share with my family, saying, "Hey, this is what I'd like," and then create lists for fam. For shopping, like wish lists. It'll be a wish list that I'm creating, ideas that I'm creating for them. If you saw my last video, I quickly showed it. Let me grab it again. Not rip it out of my rings. So I have something like this, and then on Amazon you could create shopping lists, and you could just save stuff in there. So what I did with this is I saved, and you can see here Amazon list, and I had saved some of these things, and I might not have purchased them immediately, but at least had a list that I created for myself for ideas. And it didn't even have to be really Amazon specific, because there's a place where you can add little notes and stuff. So that. And then I think some of them had them on their wish list too, that you could add to your shopping list. So that's what that is what that means for me. And it's super helpful when you do shopping early for that. All right, what else do I need? Oh, I need to make the Christmas box list and a tracker, which I had that one from last year, and I have some blank inserts I can reuse. And tracker for stockings. And let's see, buy stocking stuffers. Again, I'm doing this live with you, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss a lot of stuff, and then I'll just show you as that series progresses. AJ and Curtis stockings. Okay. Yeah, that's obviously purchase, gifts, and log on trackers, and an Xmas box. This. Okay, and then I have notes on I have so many notes on the side here. Okay. So, yeah, let's see. Okay, so I'm looking at my brain dump here. Let's make sure. Okay, so Christmas. I'll just confirm that as Christmas morning. Food. What she's gonna want me to bring, and then obviously gifts for mom and dad. That I need to do Christmas morning. I need to do an Xmas food day budget. And then we're going to do decor inside and then outside. Okay. Okay, that's as far as I know as creating from processing my brain dumps here. I started some off on the side. Christmas box list, budget. And then we're going to do that outside. We did that. And then next is going to do the baking sheets. Let me move these. I got so many notes here. All right. So next one is going to be baking and exchange. And then obviously that needs a budget. Everything needs a budget. And decide what I'm making. A current inventory supplies. Make shop lists. Cookie cow. For exchange, I need to know how many people I need to bake for, how many I'm expecting for, so I'm going to do that. I need to think of family, friends and coworkers. Okay, and then I need a delivery date. Delivery date for the cookies. And that would be, again, for fam and coworkers and friends. I got a couple friends that give out. Not everybody. I can't, unfortunately, bake for the whole world. And Xmas specific supplies. Like any, like Xmas, like cookie, like bags. Little cute little treat bags, any like M&Ms, the M&Ms Christmas, and etc. So any specific, maybe plates and stuff is what I would buy, you know, to give and to give out and stuff. Anything cute that I might not have anything for. Okay, I'm gonna put this sheet off to the side. And then I'm going to start on my next columns. Because this is not, I think that's good for now. It'll be enough for the next steps that you're going to see for the processing those on the pre-planning sheet. So I'm moving on. Now, this is the biggest, besides Christmas Day itself, is the second biggest thing is the cookie party. And this has been a tradition since I was a child. I don't know about you, just decorating sugar cookies. And since my sister and our kids have been living with me for the past 11 years, I've made it every single year. We do that. And then these past couple of years, I've had my best friend and her kids join us. So it's quite the event, and everybody looks forward to it. So I need the date / the time. I need my pre-baked dates. And then I usually serve lunch. We do usually like a pizza and stuff, so you know the kids don't gorge out on cookies. They gorge out anyways, but what are you gonna do about it? Guest list. I need supplies, it's inventory, and that'll tie into the baking. But this might go into the lunch menu and stuff like that. When I get to creating the event page, which would be probably the next video after this one, I break this down farther. So supplies and inventory. I obviously need to create a shopping list. I gotta think about the night before prep, because I get the big table. I use big tables for all the decoration, all the cookie decorations, and holding the trays of cookies and stuff like that. And then cleaning my house too. Clean house. We don't want a messy, nasty house. Okay. And then obviously I need to shop for the items. And then do maybe Xmas, again with the Xmas specific supplies. You know, maybe like table covers or something. Covers, plates, etc. Okay. And then the next one I'm going to do on my timeline. Where'd my timeline go? Keep on losing my notes all over the place. And I smashed it. Another thing I told you guys about is we do Christmas Eve at my house. And that tradition I talked about in this first page is we do pizza. That is what, since I was a child, my dad, that night we would always have pizza. We didn't have a lot of money, but that was a little special treat that we've been doing since 38 years. Christmas Eve night we get pizza. We'll either order it or we do the bacon, the take and bake stuff. So, and we've moved that over to my house since the kids and my sister moved in. So that's a thing I have to plan for. It becomes an event in itself. Eve pizza. And then what I need to do, I obviously have budget. It's a theme, a running theme here. And you see the guest list, see who's going to be able to make it. That's usually just the immediate family, my mom, my dad, my sister, obviously my sister and her kids. We don't have friends come over for this one. Time, I need a pizza plan. And that will be how much pizza I need to order. X, and then let's see, just Eve gifts. Sometimes we do one gift at night for the kids. They open that up. This is usually like jammies or whatever. Treats. And do treats because I buy a lot of Xmas candy. I have that set out. And then obviously everything I baked would be, you know, set out. And so really, it's really fun. Hopefully I do videos for you guys so you can see what that entails for me. Santa cookies, because we do leave milk and cookies out. So there's specific cookies. And prep gifts for, because that's what usually Christmas Eve is about. I don't know if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. And present gifts and for Xmas at Mom's. So I pretty much don't go to sleep. I say, you know, we stage the gifts out when everybody falls asleep, stage the gifts, and then I separate the gifts that I'm taking over to my mom's house, and then I go load them up in my car, and then I wait until it's a reasonable hour to wake the kids up if they are not already awake by then. And that's a Santa time. Yeah, we love that. And then I'm gonna need to obviously get the Xmas Day food prepped up. Now this is not complete. This is just what I'm doing, what I know now, kind of a list. Now I know, you know, what happens, right? What normally happens with these events. And then I'm just trying to organize my thoughts and notes as much as possible. Okay. All right. So here's what it looks like. Here's pretty much what everything that is from my brain dump. You know, some of the stuff I was starring, some stuff I was just kind of looking at, and I might do more because it's a lot of this, right? Some of these notes are planner related, so that is that. So now the fun part. So now we have our notes. These are essentially our notes. My notes organized. And more brain dumping. What I know. What now? June 2024. What I know now that needs to be done for these events. Now I can do. This is what I know now. And then not regulated to any date or time. So I'm just getting it out of my head. Okay, so I'm going to grab those pre-planning sheets after I find where I threw them at. Now it's time to process. Oops, we're on the wrong side. I'm going to process these notes. Process anything, and I'm going to pull what I can do now and put them in the months I believe I know I can do it. So, and on the side, I also have my current yearbook, which if you've seen the last couple videos on my channel, you've seen this. This is where I keep my perpetual calendar, my quarterly calendar, goals, and everything else. So these are my planning sheets I did the end of last year of everything, my master tasks and everything else. So at a glance, I already know. See, I already have this here for Halloween, and then. Yeah, for Planner Beat, because I have some ideas of videos I want to do. I know for just at a glance that I don't have a lot of stuff. So July is just like out of freaking control. That's all the birthdays that I planned for in that June video, if you saw that. August and September are my lightest month. I don't have any birthdays. I don't have much going on. So my goal, my focus, which I have right here, is all my holiday prepping. In August, I actually already start decorating for Halloween. Yeah, I'm that crazy. I usually do it towards the end. So I have like pretty much it's all up and ready to go for Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday. But so these 2 months are going to be my big prime focus for getting everything wrapped up, done, or what I want to plan for, because my goal is to have it done before Halloween, because that's usually go time for all the events and everything, because fall is also my favorite season. So I love going to festivals and everything else. So I want to get everything out on paper, planned, and telling me what I should be working on done. So that's what we're going to do in this next step. So I'm going to, essentially, these are planning sheets. These are not technically scheduled because none of these months have happened yet. This is what I want to do and what I need to be planning for each month. So I always look ahead. So August, I'm planning to do stuff that's due in the next month. For example, my car, I say, hey, your car insurance expires, and so I need to buy, or excuse me, my car tabs expired. So I say buy car tabs because they expire in September. So that's that. So that's pretty much how we're going to be looking at for these next process here. Sorry, tongue-tied. I'm doing this live, and that's not always, I don't have any script or anything on the side. Okay, so I'm going to process now. I'm going to grab these notes and see what can be done now. What I'm doing now. Okay, let's start with July and August. Or we're going to do the highlighters part. So I have a bunch of highlighters off to the side. Apologize if I didn't say that at the beginning of this video. Is what I'm going to be using is a paper and highlighters, pencils, and pens. And I'm going to see what I can pull now. I'm going to be redoing these lists when I put them in some more of an event. So I'm not going to be afraid to highlight these. But if you are, maybe make a copy of this sheet where it's uninterrupted. And then have a second sheet for this next process. What we're going to do is called processing our brain dump, processing our categories. And we're going to put them in places, assigning them spots to do the work or whatever. Okay, so let me get my other sheet here. Okay, so pretty much essentially what I can do now is, right, we don't want to be held up on the date and time of some of these things, the events, like, it's June. I'm not going to demand my friends, hey, let me know if you're coming to my cookie party in December. No, what can I do now for this event, or as early as possible? What can I do now is what I'm going to be pulling from and focusing on, rather than getting hung up on, well, I don't know the date and time yet. A lot of people, when event planning, people get hung up on the date and time. No, do what you can now, and then the date and time will come later. Ask yourself, is this event, right? Is this event going to happen regardless if you know the time or date? Yeah, we're going to still probably do some sort of Christmas thing, right? I don't know how many people are going to come to this, are going to be in Christmas morning right now. I don't know how, but we're going to still do something. It's going to happen. Christmas is going to happen regardless if you plan it or not, or regardless if you know the day or time right now. So that is my philosophy, and that is how I'm going to be approaching these planning sheets for my Christmas. Okay, so what can I do in July? Let me pick a color for July. Let's do this pretty blue color. I'm going to make a little key for myself. I'm going to say July. Actually, I'm probably going to, yeah, I have my pencil here too. So July, let's see, what can I do right now in July? I'm not going to do it. June is obviously creating the system. And then July is going to be actually executing the system and working through the tasks and stuff. So I can do the budget. I don't need to wait on that. I should have this done by June, but I'll go ahead and highlight that. And let's see. All right. I can do this in July. I can do this in July. I can do this in July. Tracks, mix box. Yep. I can do that in July. I can make that in July. Let's see here. I'm not going to worry about buying anything. Christmas gift. Okay, we'll wait on that. We're just focusing on what I can do for July. July. And I'm gonna give myself, because July, again, I have a lot of birthdays and stuff. I have my planning sheets on the side here. And I'm looking, sorry, not talking into the camera. I know it's going to be a poo-poo month for me. It's just too much going on. So I'm not going to force myself to decide on what I'm going to be baking just yet. So, but I can inventory what I have in my pantry, because I do keep all my Christmas stuff. And because if I do that, I can also make the lists of inventory I might need. Okay, delivery date. I'm gonna look at the calendar and I can see when that last weekend of December falls. I could do that. Yeah, next month specific. I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, that's all in July. You'll see how I work that out. I'm gonna flip over to the baking and stuff. Again, not gonna get hung up on that. Pre-baked dates. I might wait for that one too. Might wait on the pre-baking stuff. Might wait till lunch menu. Let's see. Oh, now I can do this in July. I can do that in July. Let's see. I'm just looking at what I can do now. What can I pull from this list? What can be done as soon as possible without it relying on something else? For example, I can't order pizza now for the cookie decorating party, and I'm not going to be forcing people to be like, "Hey, are you coming right now?" No. So I'm not going to. I'm just focusing on, hey, what can I pull now? What can I do now? What can I be working on now? Or working on in July. So let's see. What else? Time, plan, tree, Santa. Okay, I think that's all for July. So now I'm going to move over to my July sheets. And I'm going to write down what I pulled off of these. I'm gonna write. I have the. Let's see. I can't. It's hard to have them both in the frame. Let's see. Let's get some lead out in case I make a mistake. So I could do Xmas budget, and that was everybody. Everybody had a budget in their category. So I'm just gonna say Xmas Christmas budget. It's a Christmas planner. Pre-plan sheets. You see pencil? Yes, you can. Okay, July. And then the budget was, I'm in the second category right now. That's related to that. Let's see, create. I'm not telling myself to buy anything. I'm just creating an Amazon wish list for me. And then Amazon list for fam. And a lot of stores have lists, and like Target, Walmart and stuff. And when we create something later on in this video with that gift list, you could tell yourself on these lists what lists that maybe that idea is on or where you purchased from. And then that way you have it all organized, and then you don't have to, and even if you don't buy it off of Amazon might have something related to it, and you can put it on your list and have notes and stuff. Okay, so and then I can obviously what I just pulled. This is what I call the Christmas box list. I can have that. That's already done. I already have an insert for that. Xmas box list and tracker, and then the tracker first. And then I'm gonna say that means this looking up same thing, and then for stockings. Okay. And then, let's see, I'm in this section right now. Okay, and then budget's obviously related. So it's the inventory, Xmas, bake, supplies, and then, make shop lists of whatever I don't have right now. I can do that. I don't have to wait. Till November or December. I can do that now. I have that stuff in my pantry. And then maybe a delivery date, December for cookies. It's a longer list on this. This will be on an event page that I'm being created for this. What we're doing is processing the notes and putting it on our pre-planned sheets. And then, if you have a second copy, make a copy of this. But I'm going to be making event sheets for this in probably in the next video. You'll see that. Okay, so that's July. Let's see. And that kind of coincides, the supplies and inventory and then the shopping list. That is pretty much the same as this. This is because it's all of the Christmas treats. While this is all we're doing is we're decorating for the sugar cookies. So this will be like the sprinkles and everything else. But I'll have all that already because I need it for the other stuff I bake for as well. But some things like maybe the frostings or something like that, that'll be on that'll be for that party. So and then I'm just going to review and bake supplies. That kind of goes there. And then that's pretty much related. Okay, let me look at August. And like I said earlier, August is this when I finally get a breather for like a hot minute. This is my pre-planning sheet. And I don't have a lot of, pretty much my focus is this, you know, what we're doing in this video. So August, I could probably knock about a bunch of stuff out. And that's where I'm thinking of that I might do, you know, like cleaning out some stuff. We'll do that here. Which I was saying clean out stuff. I actually didn't have that on the list. There's a clean out freezer. Or cookies, because that was on my brain dump list. All these lists I have on the side, it's crazy. That's pretty much right here. Make room, schedule to clean freezer. So I'm gonna do that in August, and I'm gonna pick this brown color. Let's do this brown color for August. Okay. Do that. And then I'm gonna go and just look at the next list, see what other stuff I can do. What other things that I can do that I have off to the side? Okay, so actually what I can, since I'll have all that time in August, let's make this a priority here. Decide what I'm making. And then I need to do a schedule, which it's okay because I didn't write it on there. I just says, let me make sure. Decide on the baking schedule. And then we can do that in August as well. Okay. That was for the schedule, the plan of the baking days. Let's see. They don't typically have Christmas stuff out yet in August. But let's see. I can start doing the purchasing and everything. Because I'll have I get a third paycheck in August. So I can probably start this in August if I don't already start it in July. Specific supplies. Nope. I'm looking at this other list here too. Okay, baking, do gifts. That was part of this one. This will be more the budget that I'll be working on. Okay, so let me look at this guy, see what I can do, if there's anything I could pull. Shop for items. Nope, because that'll be for the lunch and everything else. And they won't have that in stores. Okay. So that's okay. That's okay. We'll have something. We'll have something in August. Let me pull these off to the side. And most likely I'll have stuff added as I go and continue to think on this video here. Alright, so what did I say? I said we wanted to decide the baking plan. Oh, and then I need to obviously write recipes in the book. Collect them. Collect. So we'll do, that's part of that. And then schedule. Just plan baking days. Okay. I'm looking at the other list here. You know, I need to it says start gift purchasing. And baking schedule. I'm looking here what we highlighted. And that looks like that's it. Okay. All right, for September, hopefully everything is purchased and wrapped. I don't really have a on this sheet yet. You know, that might be part of something later on I develop for wrapping. That all kind of goes in with the Christmas box and stuff. Let's see, what can I do in September? Supplies. September, sometimes they have Christmas stuff in stores. For sure, that's October, right? When Halloween comes out. But that's another thing, actually, I need to pull from my planning sheet to remind me for Christmas. Is I start doing Halloween. So I'm going to do that when I keep that in mind when I'm setting up August for my Christmas stuff. Is I do Halloween decorating, because this is going to impact these guys are all going to have to work together. Halloween decorating, and then I also start doing Halloween. And I'm looking here. I don't know if I can keep it all in the same frame. Halloween pre-planned. Okay. So that's what I have to keep in mind when I'm trying to get some of this done. I don't know my baking schedule yet. I'm thinking I could be cool and start it here, but I'm going to wait until I get through July, and then see how that goes. So unfortunately, you're not going to see it in this video, but you'll see it hopefully in another video if, you know, people don't scare me away from doing the next video. Okay. So that's August that we did. September. When September? So obviously September, again, I have to consider Halloween. I'll just put it here. Halloween. And I do Halloween cookie party prep. Is I do a Halloween cookie party. That's usually my warm up for the season, but hopefully maybe I'll start my Christmas baking before my Halloween baking. I just pretty much just do sugar cookies. It's pretty much identical to a cookie party, but it's Halloween cookies instead, and the kids really have a ball with that. Okay, so a lot of this might be edited out, so I know it's taking a while to do, so I'm sorry. This is hopefully so you can process your sheets and be like, what can I do in September? So it doesn't look like after looking at these sheets, I can do much more in September. Besides, you know, making sure that maybe let's set a goal. Let's set all gifts purchased and wraps. I'm not going to worry about the stocking stuffers. Because sometimes I like to buy the, you know, little cutesy Christmas themed stuff. So maybe that could be a goal for September. And, that's my cat. Just ignore her. And as you can imagine, a lot of stuff is going to be happening in the upcoming months. So let me push this one aside, trying to find where I put my other one. My other planning. Oh, there it is. My gift list was covering it up. Okay. So I'm going to move. This is pretty much, as far as I know, is from these sheets that you saw me go through and create. It's pretty much done. So that's for right now, right? Things could pop up later as I decide maybe to bake in August. Who knows? October is all about Halloween. Woo. Okay. What do I have in my what I need to anything focus, and then this guy right here, Thanksgiving. So in October, I gotta make sure we got Thanksgiving rocking. Thanksgiving plans. And it just keep it basic. I usually just bring a dish for that. So that's not that big of a problem. I'm not gonna worry about this other stuff because it's not that bad. You know, we'll do that. This will be a whole series too. I'm not gonna let that impact the Christmas. And sometimes Christmas appears in October in stores. So I'm just going to say maybe look for Xmas decor, like the Xmas specific supplies. Specific supplies that I have on these lists here. Let's pick a different color. Let's use this green color. And we'll say September, kind of maybe skip. And then we'll do October for this green. I should have probably put orange for pumpkins. Whatever. It's what I grabbed in like the second. So, all right. So I'm going to say the Xmas specific supplies right here. That actually might start. Usually Hobby Lobby for sure. That's when they put their. If you shop Hobby Lobby, you know they put their Christmas stuff out like as soon as 4th of July is out of that's usually when Christmas. So I might be able to get some of that stuff done in September. Who knows? Because sometimes they have cute stuff that I want, sometimes they don't. All right. Okay. Looking. I might be able to, maybe, I don't know. You could probably buy these online at any time, but let's just put that on for October. Xmas tree bag. Okay, that might be able to. That might happen. Okay, looks like. Okay, so November's all about Thanksgiving. So, but I already have Thanksgiving already pretty much done in October. But that's just a reminder for me. For right now, creating these lists. Okay, so Thanksgiving, I think, what is that? Usually it'll be either this one or this one. I don't have that November in my head. Or, excuse me, one of these. Either, I don't know. Which one? I don't have the dates on there. Okay, so usually Thanksgiving, and I kind of talked to you about it in my other video. What I do is I decorate for Christmas. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I already used blue. Let's use orange in November. So November is going to be the heavier month. So we're going to say November. All right. Well, let me try to get my notes organized off the side here. November. In November, we're going to have opportunities to have the whole family together and be able to talk to you about some of these plans. And that's when some of the stuff appears in the stores. And that's part of bringing that. And then we do this. And yeah, I'm going to say that. I can do all that. That's just knowing the amount of cookies and stuff like that. All right, let's go and move that over. Okay. Obviously, I think I missed this one here, the pre-bake dates. That was part of this baking schedule, which I thought I missed. And what did I say? That was August. Okay. That's the same as the baking schedule, so that's cool. All right. And then I can pretty much have all this. I'm going to be talking with these people about this. So, and that's December. Shop for items. We can do. That's going to be actually a lunch thing. And Christmas. Red is going to be Christmas. We'll just kind of highlight over that. This I can do in November. Let's see. Well, I should know that. I should know that. I should have that all done and decided. I'll talk to the family, seeing if we want to have the kids. Prep gifts for, nah. Look at how much stuff we are going to be able to get done before December, people. All right, I'm going to get this over. I know this is a super long video, and like I said, I might be editing it, but this is for educational purposes, because I have never seen anything like this on, I mean, please point me in the proper direction if someone has done this sort of thing. So I said, buy stocking stuffers, and I'm just pulling from the highlights. And if you miss stuff now, or if I miss stuff now, I'm not gonna freak out about it, because you're gonna add stuff, right? And these are just our pre-planning sheets. This is just the ideal. We're not even there yet. So, okay, that's a decorate inside and out, because I don't spell, because these are sloppy copies. Say cookie count exchange, and then okay, that was part of that highlight. And this page is done. We got this page. Cookie. And I'll say discuss thanks. And I'm pretty sure it's this, but I want to have it done. Usually, it's usually the first weekend of December is when I do the cookie party. But if Thanksgiving is that close behind, I don't know. We'll see. We'll worry about it as we get closer. But I could discuss this during Thanksgiving if I don't already bring it up sooner than that. Most likely I will. But for now, we'll do it right here. Okay. So I need lunch menu or cookie. Oh, so it's just cookie. I know what that means. Lunch menu and guest list. I'll be confirming with my friends to see if they're going to come. I go shop for Xmas specific, like tablecloth or something. And that's just my notes thing. That's what that note means. So all right, so now we're into Xmas Eve, the pizza party. So I'll say Xmas Eve guest list. Xmas Eve time. Oh, let me kind of try to get it in the frame. I'm sorry. And I say Xmas Eve gifts. And as we get closer to this, you'll see how I'll schedule myself to do this stuff, to check on this stuff as we progress through the series. Hopefully I follow up with it. All right. That is actually all my orange, right? And I said orange was November. Okay. Now, let's see how big our list is for December. And honestly, for right now, there's not much left, So let's get that going. And I'm choosing this beautiful red color. Oh, these are my aligners, by the way, FYI, if you didn't see that. Okay. So, my miscellaneous, this task right here, schedule time to work in the Xmas books. I actually have that on my pre-planning sheets for my planner, for the planner that talks to everybody else. This is scheduling me to work in all these books that you see on my channel. And so that'll happen as it happens. So that's just my little reminder. Hey, you need it. That's what we're going to do. I might put that on the bottom of the list that I'm creating. So we'll do that. Bear with me here, people. It's not easy doing this live. Some of these kids they do editing and stuff. Whatever. We're learning as we go, right? Okay, Xmas morning at mom's food. So, which technically I could probably, let's see, Xmas AM plans. I'm going to do this in November. Obviously, I want that done. / food for Xmas AM plans. That way I know for December day food what I want to buy. And then as I create the event page, there's a bunch of tasks related to that. This is just kind of a snapshot that I'm making right now. And then this will be part of the event page. I'll just write it down there. Let's do it. Xmas Day gifts. Organize for Mom and Dad. Okay. And that's part of that. Okay. Bring out the second sheet. And then we said, this is a cookie party shop. Cookie party prep list. And that'll be part of this. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Guys, look what was that part of? That was the orange one. Okay, we're gonna ask for the time, which is pretty much Xmas Eve time, which I didn't highlight. I highlighted in the wrong color. That's okay. We'll say orange. These are just our rough stuff, right? Xmas Eve plans. Again, that will be that. Xmas Eve treats. Santa cookies. I usually set aside the most attractive cookies that the kids decorated. If you have children, you know how that is. I want to see. That's part of the treats. And then prep. Yeah, this is just me knowing what I want. Okay, that's it. That's done. Look at how much we were able to do. Look how much breaking down the tasks in these pages. Okay, it's not complete, but it's for what we know now. Breaking down the tasks. Look how much stuff I might be able to get done before. Look, Christmas. Yeah, and I think I forgot. Well, that kind of goes party shop. Cookie party food. And then Xmas pizza. Sorry, we got pizza. That will be done there. I already know that's going to be done, but for this video, I'm writing it in. But yay, I'm sorry I got sidetracked. Look how much stuff, after breaking it down, what we can do now for Christmas, regardless of the time of year. I mean, theoretically, you could do Christmas any time of year. It doesn't have to be December, but this is what I did. This is what I'm trying to do so that everything is planned out. Everything I can do now, regardless of the date, regardless of the time, to get towards Christmas. So there is still a lot of stuff in November, but most of this stuff is pretty much Christmas specific stuff. And theoretically, you could buy Christmas decorations and stuff online at any time, but I love browsing through the stores during this time of year. So it's cool. It's cool. It can wait till November. It's usually kind of like the first couple weekends of November that it's getting worked on. Okay, well, this was a very long video. Hopefully I'm able to edit some of this out, but this is episode 2. And all this episode was leading up to creating these pre-planning sheets. And the next episode, I'm going to break this down into trackers and everything else. What I've been referring to as event pages. So I'm going to create these event pages, because this is kind of my rough draft event pages. So as stuff gets closer, I can add it to just that specific event, where this might be too intimidating for I know this is pretty much already too much for me to look at a glance. I'm going to still keep these notes, and I recommend you keep all your notes so you could see what your thought process was when you wrote down, inventory your supplies. I was probably thinking about, the cookies or something like that. So I recommend keeping all the notes you have. If you can't keep it in your planner, keep it in a folder or something. Keep. Because as you see me progress through this series, because hopefully I'm going to do like vlogs or something, so you guys can see this in live action. And I hope you found value out of this video. And I hope as I develop my system, I hope maybe you can implement some of that in your system, and it'll help you. All right. Okay. This concludes video number 2. We'll go into video number 3, the event pages. We'll see you next time. Bye.